Welcome back, friends. I want to thank those of you who subscribed, left a comment, or a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I hope you like this episode. Make sure to tell us in the comments what you think of the stories or if you have possible explanations. And if you're new, welcome. Do you like glitch in the Matrix stories, strange encounters, and other unusual or scary tales? Well, you found the right place, 'cause that's what we do. First glitch. For a bit of context, my eyesight is horrible. Even half a foot in front of my face is nothing but blurry color. Yesterday, my mom and brother picked me up to go to an appointment. I was running a little late, so didn't have time to put my contacts and do my makeup, and was getting ready on the drive. So, while Mom was driving, I was in the passenger seat with the mirror down. I took off my glasses to apply my eyeshadow. My brother, who was sitting behind me, asked me a question, and I turned to look back at him. When I turned my head back around, I quickly finished my eyeshadow and shut the mirror. I was looking out my window at the farmland just off the road, and thinking how beautiful it was, when I suddenly realized that I hadn't put my glasses back on. They were sitting on the dashboard. As soon as I had the realization, my perfect vision went back to being just blurred colors. It was instant, like flipping a switch on my sight. It was so shocking that I yelled, "Holy shit!" My outburst startled my mom and brother, so I told them what had just happened, and they said they believed me but couldn't think of a rational reason for it. We tried to figure it out for the rest of the drive, but honestly couldn't. TBH, if there's some secret to magically fixing my eyesight that I accidentally stumbled upon, then I wish I could find it again. Next glitch. I've got a pretty weird story to share, and I'm hoping you can help me figure it out. Background. I am just an average person living in my apartment. But things have been getting gradually weird over the last week, and I can't make sense of it. Day 1. Okay, so I'm chilling on my couch, watching a show, and I put my glasses on the coffee table. A few hours later, when I go to pick them up, they're gone. I looked everywhere, but no luck. Maybe I moved them and forgot? Could be my bad memory. Day 2. Next day, I wake up and my favorite coffee mug is nowhere to be found. I never forget where I put that thing, and it's like it vanished. Did someone mess with me? Why would they take my mug? Day 3. This is where it gets crazier. I come back from work, put my keys on the hook, and then they're gone when I need to leave again. I tore my place apart looking for them, but they're just gone. Am I losing my touch? Maybe I need to be more organized. Had to get my spare key set from my uncle. Day 4. Seriously frustrated now. I put bananas on the kitchen counter, turned away for a sec, and they're gone when I look back. This one happened in less than 5 seconds. Am I imagining things? It's starting to be a lot. Day 5. I'm getting ready for bed, take off my watch, put it on the table, and when I wake up, it's vanished. I've searched every corner, but it's like it never existed. Day 6, I'm starting to think I'm losing my mind. I've tried to come up with reasons, sleepwalking, forgetting stuff, but it keeps happening. Things just disappear. Is someone pranking me really well? I can't find a logical reason. Day 7, today. I'm at my wit's end. As I'm about to post this, I hear a faint noise and my coffee mug is back where I left it. I'm relieved, but also kind of freaked out. What's up with reality? Did someone bring my stuff back? Conclusion. So, internet fam, I'm sharing this bizarre story in case someone's been through it or has some ideas. Is it a prank? Am I losing it? Or is my place doing some crazy glitch thing? I'm curious and kinda creeped out. Next glitch. I grew up with my cousin ever since we were 3 years old. We're the only ones in our family that are around the same age, so we naturally stuck together. When we were both 6 years old, his uncle met his long-term girlfriend, whom came along with 3 boys. The youngest was our age, with the other 2 being in 1-year increment apart from us. Over the span of 2 years, we met each day at my cousin's house, who lived near a park, recently built. All four boys took so much care looking out for me. It was the best time of my life. The first thing that we'd all run to was the large rock climbing wall. The porous texture to the faux, colorful rocks they'd rush up, yet I could never. I was still very short for my age, and coupled with a massive fear of heights, I never quite made it to the top. They sit up top, and the oldest would yell at me to get up here. Yeah, as if that would magically get me up there. We continued this daily routine until an accident one summer claimed their lives. Along with their mother and stepfather, they were all gone in one swift run. Depression hit me and my cousin hard, and we've never really spoken about it to each other. We just nod every so often and understand what we're trying to say. A decade later, I finally learned to drive. One of the first places that I went was that park. The first time that I had been there since I was a child, it was also the first time that I had successfully climbed that wall. Since then, it's always worked as my safe space for when I'm feeling down. I'd talk to nothing in particular as I sat up there secretly hoping that they'd hear me. I continued to go for about another year, and nothing out of the ordinary happened until one day. I climbed the wall like usual and sat up staring at the elevated skyline. Nobody really goes to that park anymore, so it's really quiet. I was going to climb down before my phone suddenly rang. I harshly hesitated, questioning where that was coming from because, well, I've never really heard my phone ring. I don't have many friends, and the times that I do receive a call, it's on vibrate. Once I got over my confusion, assuming that I had accidentally turned the volume on, I checked who was calling. I thought that it was telemarketers, something like that, so I ignored it. I'm not really sure what possessed me, but I took the call last minute. In a voice I'll never forget came those words. Get up here. I almost fell backwards, I was so stunned. I couldn't speak, but I was internally yelling their names over and over. Before I could properly respond, static cut in, ringing a high-pitched screech of sorts, before the call ended. As I moved my phone from my ear, without touching it, it began to dial my cousin. We're the only ones left out of our little group. We can't begin to come up with a reason as to why. Next glitch. So, this happened a couple of years ago or so. However, me and my SO, Rob, were talking about it last night. This got me thinking about this forum, and I decided I'd post it and see if anyone can make sense of it because we're stumped. It's definitely not an ME because it specifically happened to just us, but it's pretty complex for a glitch too. If this isn't the correct forum, I'm sorry. It's just been gnawing at me since last night, and I need it out of my head. Oh, and it's a pretty long one, so get comfy. Here goes. So we had recently moved, and after settling in, did what any sane people do and tried out all the local pizza places in a search for our new spot. Unfortunately, being the lazy people we are, we blew through the couple of delivery places that weren't chain Pizza Place X, and had to venture out into the world of pickup. We got lucky though and found this hole-in-the-wall type place that made some amazing pies and garlic knots I'd hurt someone for. Cool. Only bummer was no delivery, and they're in a particularly clogged and trafficy part of town. Pizza was worth it though, so we kept going. We usually do a weekly pizza run on the weekend, and being a local place, and the fact that we both sort of stand out appearance-wise, the family came to recognize us pretty quickly, and we would chat with them. So a couple months goes by, and they're running behind one night, so we're just killing time and chatting, and the subject of delivery comes up. Great news. The owner tells us they're opening a second location not too far away, and that this new place will have delivery. It's actually closer to our house, so we'll be all set once it opens. He even goes so far as to tell us exactly where and what building it's going to be in. It just so happens we drive by this place often. Not every day, but often enough. We get our pizza, take off and have to actually pass the soon-to-be restaurant. Rob points it out as we go by, and hold and behold, there's a big banner where the sign would be that confirms what we just heard. We're happy and go home and enjoy our pizza. We watch the progress of the place when we drive by, and even bring it up a couple of times when getting our food. I promise this is all relevant. There's a setback at one point, something to do with the heating or cooling if I recall correctly, but everything's on schedule. Then one day we're driving by and there it is. Awesome pizza grand opening. Huge sign, place is lit up like a Christmas tree, and there's a couple new banners out front. One advertising the new delivery service, the other with their new phone number and some marketing stuff. As I drive by, I tell Rob to get the phone number so we can get delivery this weekend. Fast forward to the weekend. Rob calls the new place and nothing. Not just no answer, but it's not a working number, period. We try manually entering it, then using my phone, and still nothing. Okay, probably got a number wrong or something. No big deal. So we call the old place and ask for the number to their new location, and they have no idea what we're talking about. There's no new location, and no, they still don't have delivery. So we order our pizza and go to pick it up, and on the way there we swing into the plaza that the new location was in, only to find a drive-through coffee shop in its place. When we get to the store, we ask the owners what happened, and again, they have no idea what we're talking about. There's no plans to open a second location. There's never been plans to open one. I could draw you the banners, the placement on the building, etc. I remember exactly where we were on the road when we saw it was open. I remember it was an overcast day out. And what really trips me out is that it's not just me. Rob remembers it too, exactly the same way I do. In fact, he reminded me of a couple little details I'd forgot about. Also, there were some other minor differences that were specific to the restaurant but unrelated to the second location. That changed as well. Like we had a pretty good relationship with the husband-wife that owned it. They knew us by name, they knew our order, etc. Except not anymore. After the second place disappeared, it was like they recognized us, but they didn't know us, if that makes sense. No super friendly greeting when we walked in, no referring to us by name, and so on. The second biggest thing was the pizza was different. It was the same type of pizza, but it definitely wasn't the same pizza we had been getting. The crust was a different texture entirely. The sauce tasted different. In a blind test, I'd probably have said it wasn't even their pizza. That's how different it was. The biggest mindfucks of this whole thing for me are one. This whole thing took place over months. Not hours or days, but months. How could a glitch last that long? But if it's not a glitch, then what the fuck happened to us? 2. We both remember it clearly. There's no false memory here because it's not a single memory. We talked to them about it, we talked to each other about it, we saw the new restaurant. This can't just be a case of faulty memory, right? Our minds would have had to have failed in the exact same way. 3. The detail of it all. We saw signs, we saw a building slowly being renovated. We had a brand new phone number that we took down. This doesn't seem as glitch-like, but again, then what the hell happened? Are you still with me? Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the view, the vibe, or the tone, let the thumbs up rise, make your approval known. It's more than just a gesture, it's wind for my sail, pushing forward my voyage without fail. And beneath the screen a space does wait, for your thoughts and insights to illuminate. A comment, a notion, a shout, or a jest, every word you leave truly is the best.